Out of all of the holiday-themed slashers, Thanksgiving ones tend to get the shaft. Movies like Black Christmas, Halloween, and My Bloody Valentine are quintessential holiday horror, and not only work as horror films, but also work for the respected holidays. Now, even though every holiday is represented when it comes to slashers, not all holidays are represented evenly. Which leads us to Thanksgiving! There may not be a lot of Thanksgiving-themed slashers, but the ones Thanksgiving does claim are usually worthy of your time. Thanksgiving from 2023 is a new one, and even though I haven't seen it, I heard decent amount of praise for it. Who could forget Thanksgiving? A turkey going around axing people off? Yes please. Home Sweet Home is another classic, and people have been in awe of its awfulness for years. And of course, there's Blood Rage, possibly the best out of all of them. But what makes a good Thanksgiving-themed slasher? Football doesn't hurt. Thanksgiving dinner is a must. Gorging yourself on leftovers is an often overlooked necessity. And don't forget about having an unwanted family member coming over for dinner who ruins everything. Blood Rage has all of that and then some. Yep, this movie really has it all. It truly encapsulates that Thanksgiving season. Blood Rage from 1987 is so good, in fact, that every horror YouTuber has reviewed it at some point. For how bad this movie is and how underappreciated people say it is, it's amazing how much publicity this film gets every year. Like, it's way more popular now than it ever has been. So I guess it's my turn to review this obscure, somewhat popular horror flick. Welcome to the HellBound Horror Show. While Blood Rage was originally shot in 1983 under the title Slasher, it wasn't until 1987 where it got a theatrical release. The film opens at a drive-in, and what are people coming to see? The House That Cried Murder, also known as The Bride and The Last House on Massacre Street from 1973. Neat! The opening has such a great vibe. The music is totally fun 80s synth with a groovy beat, yet is melodic and creepy. We follow a guy at the snack part of the drive-in, and when he goes to the bathroom, we see Ted freaking Raimi selling condoms. What a legend. This is actually Ted Raimi's first acting role. Ted Raimi is a fantastic character actor who shows up in like a lot of horror movies. And did you know he has an older brother whose name is Sam Raimi? He actually directed the evil— Yeah, they already know that. Okay. Moving on. At the drive-in, we see younger couples about to get it on, but we also see Maddie, played by Louise Lasser, who was in her mid-40s at this point. And while the film isn't implying that she's a teenager or anything since she has two twin boys, I still think she's a little too old to play kissy face with this young hunk. The two boys sneak out of the car, and the one in blue picks up a hatchet with a devilish look in his eyes. And wait, is the one in red holding the hatchet now? Well, I guess we quickly see one of the flaws in Blood Rage. It isn't super polished. But right after this, we quickly see one of its strengths. The one in red uses it on a couple getting it on, and the gore here is phenomenal. I can't show it to you because YouTube hates that kind of stuff. But trust me when I say it, it's awesome. Knowing that he'd get in trouble, the one in red hands off the hatchet to his twin brother Todd, who gets blamed for the severe injury. Yeah, the dude's not alive anymore, but YouTube hates certain words, so yeah, I'm gonna try to play by the rules in this video. This PG nonsense really ruffles my feathers. I mean, this is a horror YouTube channel after all. I talk about movies, fiction. None of what I show is real life. It's all the work of others. It's art. Yet YouTube and advertisers both say no. And you know what I say to them? YouTube, come on in. Yeah, if you're listening, you can kiss my ass. 10 years later, Todd is still locked in a mental institution. Todd's mother visits Todd's doctor, and the most clumsy voiceover interrupts the scene.
What, are you crazy?
Her position on another issue was also somewhat negative.
My children are not guinea pigs!
My past work with hysterical patients helped me calm her down.
This is awkward, and it feels like it was done in post to try to salvage the scene. I mean, I hope it was done in post. If this was done on purpose, then they really messed up. Todd is only now starting to remember that night. Todd remembers that Terry actually killed the man, but his mother won't hear of it. Terry can't do anything wrong. He's perfect. Speaking of Terry, he's a superstar athlete, a comedian, a real charmer. He's been living a normal life until Thanksgiving, when he gets word that his mother is getting married. This pushes him over the edge and fills him with rage. How does he quell this rage? Well, with cranberry sauce, of course. Wait, that's not cranberry sauce!
It's not cranberry sauce, Artie. It's not cranberry sauce.
Todd escapes the mental institution and he becomes the perfect scapegoat when Terry starts to murder. It's a slasher movie, so plot beyond the initial setup is almost non-existent. Terry goes around murdering friends and family and eventually blames it on his brother, just like he always had. The gore is great, and Mark Soper, the actor for both Todd and Terry, gives a fantastic performance, especially as Terry. The mother also has some phenomenal moments. I just love when she's eating leftovers on the floor out of the fridge, still dressed in her nice outfit. It's perfect. Can Todd stop his evil brother before it's too late? Or will Terry get away with it, sending Todd back to the hospital for good? What can I say about Blood Rage that hasn't been said a million times already? Everyone knows it has off-the-wall moments. Everyone knows the performances are from another world, and everyone respects the gore. It's a romp. It never gets old, no matter how many times you've seen it. But why does it endure? Why do people fall in love with it year in and year out? It feels like everything went wrong with this project when it was being made. The movie is clearly a mess in certain areas, and it's hard to make a movie when unexpected hurdles hit production, like an actor never showing up to shoot their scene. Yeah, the person playing the psychiatrist was actually the film's producer. When the actress didn't come in to shoot the scene, the producer had to step in and acted in her spot, and that wasn't the only setback. Blood Rage was filmed in '83 but wasn't released until '87, so clearly there was some hesitation in the project. Now, despite all of these many flaws, there was a clear passion behind it. It really feels like everyone tried their best, and while performances, direction, editing, and score aren't top tier, they are totally competent, surprisingly so. This movie can appeal to all horror fans. The more casual fans will have fun with it, thinking it's so bad it's good, and hardcore fans will appreciate all the things Blood Rage excels in. It's hard to make a movie, and if you know low-budget, independent films like I do, then Blood Rage feels like it's too good to even belong. But to fans getting into horror and only know the big, popular ones, Blood Rage wouldn't really belong in that group either. Blood Rage falls in the Goldilocks zone, where fans can like it for different reasons, and that should be celebrated.
What is that thing in your hand?
It's Todd's. He's gone totally out of his mind. He's killing people all over the complex.
It doesn't matter why you love a movie, or when you even first discovered it. What matters is that we can all share in that love and appreciation. It's about being thankful for not only these kinds of movies, but to the creators and the people that adore them. And with that, I brought it back to the holiday, a holiday to celebrate thanks. And I want to thank everyone in the horror community. I appreciate all of you, and you are all amazing in your own way. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and remember, it's not cranberry sauce. Stay spooky, everyone.